guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost and Casting. And tonight we are watching with you guys called Geass episode 10.
Yes. What happened last episode?
We've met Callan's mother.
Yes.
Poor woman. She just wants to be with her daughter, but she has to bow down and receive
the stepmom.
The insult from the stepmother.
Even her daughter, like she has to go through. The mom has to live with her daughter's
despising her,
yeah, because she sees her as weak, you know, she sees her as someone who's bowing down to the Britannians instead of standing straight and being proud of who she is and her roots. But the only reason why she's doing this is because she wants to be close to her daughter. We need to put ourselves in everyone's minds. We need to put ourselves on both sides and try to understand what motivates them and not judge them right away without knowing. And at the end, Karen basically just understood why her mother was doing that, and she took her hand and she was like, I'm gonna help you out, I'm gonna change things. And we got to see Lelouch but he intervened somewhere, like when Britannians were fighting or beating up an 11, and we got to see both sides of the same coin, kind of. Like we saw Karen wanting to intervene but not being able to, because if she did, it wouldn't help them out, you know? Sometimes you gotta go through a horrible life in order to actually just live, instead of rebelling and not living at all. And Lelouch understood that, because that's basically what he's doing, you know? He's pretending to be someone else. He's pretending to not be who he is in order to survive and not be used in this war. So he knows what it is, but it doesn't mean he likes having to do this, or he likes seeing people do this and go through this. So
he doesn't like injustice.
Yes, exactly. So last episode was nice. I don't know what's gonna happen in this one.
Something gonna go wow.
I mean, yes, that last episode was calmer. Like we get to see that the Black Knight's popularity is going up. So let's see if something happens in this one, or if it's a shorter, slower episode or something.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh my god, it was so cute to see all the guys wearing costumes, like dog costume, cat costume, Lelouch with makeup on.
To tie him down.
So cute.
Tying him down to do this, and he's like, no, leave me alone. I like these little snippets of school life. I know some people don't, but I enjoy. I mean, we need time to breathe.
But we need to remind ourselves that they're still teenagers.
True. And I mean, if it was only action all the time, we'd be so yeah. Right. So let's go. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Okay, that was badass. When she said, when they got the M key, when they got the new robots and stuff, she was like, oh, this is a good thing. Like, now at least we have the technology. It means that now Kyoto considers us to be an actual rebellion group, okay? They take us seriously. So they send us the technology. And Lelouch is like, this is a test. Like, they're trying to see if we're legit, or if we're gonna rebel or keep doing our job, or I don't know, but it's a test. And then you brought up the idea that maybe all he did here was also a test for his group. I think it's very true, because he did say everyone is acting like this is a party, like that's celebrations and stuff. Our job is not over. This is not a party. I need them to be ready to give their lives for this. So he takes them to a place where he knows there's going to be something happening, because he knows Cornelia, and he's got the tip from that TV guy who wants to be part of their group, which is really, really awesome if he is actually helping them out. He did give them the tip. It's possible that he gave them the tip because the other guy was like, we're going there, send Zero with us so we can, you know, take him down, because I mean that's what they want. And considering their group is still pretty small compared to the others, it could have been like a way for them to trap him and kill him. So, but they underestimated him, because I mean he's good. I mean, now he's not taking her for granted. He's looking at Cornelia the way he would an actual opponent. Worth it, you know? And now he had a plan. But I think you're right. He was also trying to test his guys.
Each day his group is becoming bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So he needs to know for sure that he can trust his allies in this fight, and they are gonna stay with him no matter what.
And that they understand.
Because just when he was trying to fight Cornelia the first time, they
abandoned him.
They abandoned him. They back up.
So he needs to know that they know it's dangerous and what being part of the group entails. It's not celebrations. It's not being cool because you're part of the Black Knights.
I'm a Black Knight. I'm a Black Knight.
No, that's not what it's about. So he brought them into what he believed, what they believed was a hopeless situation, but he had a plan. He just needed to test them a little bit, just like Kyoto is doing with them. But he got his plan. This is a two-parter here. Like, we need to watch the next episode to see if he manages to capture Cornelia.
My gosh.
But
Cornelia said that the second prince was with Lancelot. He's a freaking prince.
In the first episode, I think he was saying, I'll have to obey my brother or go against my brother. I don't remember, but he mentioned his brother, and I thought he was talking about Clovis. So I was like, is he his brother? Like, he's an actual prince? And then after that, the way he acts makes him look like he's not a prince, but he could totally be. Why is he so important, you know? I mean, we thought he's a scientist, so he's in charge of creating this, so maybe that's why he's so important. But it's not surprising to me if he is actually a prince.
Well, he got purple eyes, too.
Yeah, so I think he's definitely part of the family.
It's gonna end up looking at everyone's eyes. You got purple eyes, you're a prince. You got purple eyes, she's a princess.
But I mean, I don't know if it has a link or anything, but he chose Suzaku to be part of his project. He recognized them and stuff, so I'm happy that another brother of Lelouch is capable of working with 11s and stuff. And maybe it has a link to the fact that Lelouch grew up with that kid. So, I mean, he was close to his brother, if he's the brother, so why not work with him? And I actually like that group. Like, even though they help out the Britannians, I like the purple-haired girl, whose name I forgot. I really like her way of not agreeing with everything the Britannians do. You know, sometimes she's not okay with the brutality of their ways, and just like Suzaku. And the other guy, I think the prince, he actually just cares about his technology. But it's still nice to know that we get to see more and more of the family. Like, Lelouch was this number 17, so there's a lot of them out there. We'll get to see more and more. I just hope he doesn't have to kill them all, because it would be actually nice for him to have a family member other than Nonali. Nonali is also a princess, so she's part of the family, but it would be nice to see, like, another member of the family to go on his side. Just to show that not all Britannians from the royal family are extreme in that way. Now, we already have Yuffie, but she's more on Suzaku's side.
Yeah.
So, still. It's pretty intense. I'm happy to see him win this one, or at least on his way to winning this one, because last time he faced Cornelia, and now you've got C2. C2, I heard it this time. So we've got C2 on top of the mountain who's looking at what he's doing, and then she's like, damn, okay.
Oh, okay.
He can do this sometimes.
But damn, that episode was poetic.
There was a lot of...
the way they talk to each other. Damn.
Their way, yeah, sometimes, I mean, I think
Lelouch,
it's a good, interesting
why
way.
you Lelouch? You kept your name but changed your last name for L'Empereur.
And after that, she mentions Snow, which is interesting because it's like saying Lelouch is just like Snow. He forgot what color he was supposed to be. He's a Britannian, but pretending to be someone else. After pretending to be like L'Empereur for so long, he forgot he was actually Lelouch v Britannia. It's almost like saying you forgot your colors, man. But in his head, I don't think he ever forgot which family he came from. It's just that because he remembers which family he comes from, he hates them all so freaking much because of what they did.
He wants to be Snow.
He wants to be his own person. He doesn't want to be part of that family. I mean, they're supposed to support him, but they threw him out and his sister because they were weak, and they orchestrated his mother's death. That's part of his motives for rebelling here. That's why he doesn't want to kill Cornelia right away. He wants to talk to her because she might know what happened to his mom, who sent the order.
Oh my gosh, imagine if the father orchestrated the murder.
Oh, I mean, he hates him. He hates him already, so it's not a big loss. We'll find out eventually because he'll get his answers, but I do hope he gets to talk to... I mean... I like when now that I can think about it more, I like the kind of conversation he had with Clovis when he found out that his brother was alive and everything that entailed after that. I really loved it, and I want to see it again. I want him to show his face to one of the family members. Or even Suzaku I would accept, because this is funny because every time they talk to each other, they're like trying to influence one another. Like you've got Suzaku who's basically not keeping anything for himself because I mean he doesn't know that Lelouch is Zero.
But imagine if Suzaku knows that Lelouch is Zero. Do you think that he would try to see his way of thinking?
Last episode, is it last episode that they were talking to each other at school? Or this episode? No, last episode.
This episode.
Anyway, when they talked to each other, and he was talking about Zero and the Black Knights and their ways of doing things, he was like, why are they doing this? Like, we don't know their motives and everything. If he knew, and I was thinking, if he knew Lelouch was Zero, he would know why. He knows the motives. He knows why his friend is doing this. Like, he knows what brought him there, you know? He knows him enough to understand. So maybe it would take away a little bit of his anger towards the Black Knights, because I don't think he would agree with his way of doing things. Like, he would try to change his mind the way Lelouch is doing with him. But, he would actually stop saying, like, they're doing all of this for no reason. Like, maybe they're just self-centered. He wouldn't say stuff like that, because he knows why Lelouch hates Britannia. So, yeah. Right now, I mean, I'm enjoying a lot this double personality things, but I'm kind of looking forward to him maybe showing his face to someone, because I want him to have to explain himself. I want to see this conversation. I want to see if maybe him telling people, this is me, this is why I do this. I want to see if it's going to change people's minds. Like, even Yuffie. I don't know, like, none of them, like, neither Suzaku nor Yuffie would ever, I think, go for violence. Even though Suzaku, yes, he uses violence sometimes, but his end game is to use peace, and change them from inside. So I wonder how they would react learning that Lelouch, Yuffie's brother and Suzaku's best friend, is the one actually doing this. This is such an interesting, like, the opportunities are endless in this show so far, and this is good. Sometimes I don't understand everything that's happening, because I mean it goes really fast, and during the fights I'm like trying to remember the names of everything, and I'm like, okay, that guy's there, that guy's there, that guy's there. But once I have time, especially when I do the edit, when I have time to breathe a little bit and see the story again and just understand everything, I'm like, oh my god, this is good. And the possibilities, this is a good story. Like, I'm getting more and more why this show was so popular when it was playing, and why it's still popular today, because I mean there's a movie that came out recently, so yep. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next episode, unless you have something to say about this one.
No, I'm all done.
Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this one with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is already up on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So go there and subscribe, guys. And if you don't want it, will be up on YouTube just next Friday. So see you in about a week, guys.
Yes. Bye.
Bye-bye.